Guys, welcome back to the final video of the 1/1400 scale USS Enterprise MCC 1701E. I'm shooting this intro now, but I'm going to be going backwards a little bit to when I actually completed this model. I don't know what happened, but I did all the filming of the completed model to get together to get uploaded. And I thought I did. Apparently, I never did. I don't know what occurred between back then, which was first part of fall, and now, which is the first part of the bloody spring. Oh man, it's like 6 months to get to Lost. Time really goes by. I think most of that time I was working 7 day weeks at my job. And a lot of this just kind of, I want to say, got placed by the wayside. It's always on my mind, but we're going to go back here and take a look at this model. Let's see what we had. And just to show you, before I make this kickback, there's videos. That one and that one. Those two were the videos that I filmed. I recorded completed Enterprise. I don't know. But anyway, let's take a look at that, shall we? So keep in mind, hair was much shorter back then. I looked different. This was a little shorter too. Still same chunky size. Now roll with it, because that's what we do here. Unique Model Creations. We not only build, we be crazy at the same time. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay, let's watch this video. Flashbackies, 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 flashbackies. Pink fuzzy slippers. That's what we were wearing to go out here to water the garden. Back doors abound. And then there's me. It's Jeff here. It's again Unique Model Creations. And we're getting ready to go outside and water the garden. Let's take a look. Got the wife's car. Okay, water hose, constant leak. Gosh, it's dark out here. It's dark out here. Okay, back in. I don't think wearing the pink fuzzy slippers was such a great idea. It was very wet out there. It was a garden, and I think they kind of got screwed up. We're gonna have to leave these by the door. Anyway. Okay, now, this is an intro to this. What's underneath there, if you can see it, is the Enterprise E. Yeah, there you go. We can make out some stuff. And this is my next video. A little short, real quick. Getting this pole on here. That's why everything is taped off and stuff. Base as well, taped off and masked off. And so is the ship. Of course the ship. Of course the ship. Of course the ship. Ship has to be masked off. It has to be masked off. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, though, getting ready to paint this guy. I'm going to put it in right here. I tell you what, though, too. These little medicine vials right here, they're excellent for mixing paints in. Do have to worry sometimes a little bit of spillage when you're shaking it up. But other than that, they work. And, of course, they come in different shapes and sizes. So, you know, if either you just go and purchase them or can, you know, got somebody who happens to take stuff. And I have my mom actually collecting these and stuff, and she'll bring them up whenever she gets a nice little ample supply. So, you know, once every few months or so like that, you know, I wind up about like, you know, 10 or 12. But shoot, you get one of these big ones, you paint a whole big ship, you're good. But other than that, Walmart's got these right here. They're in the jewelry section. well, not the jewelry section, jewelry where you're selling the stuff, but like the hobby section where you can buy all the different stuff and make your own jewelry. They've got these, you can put all your different little parts in and stuff for it. I use these and they do good too. It only cost a few dollars, maybe like 4 or 5 for these big ones. They have some smaller ones too. If you only got a little bit, you plan on painting and stuff. So both of those come in handy, but I'm getting ready to paint this. I've got flat black and some aluminum around here somewhere. Oh, these are them. Yeah. So yeah, I got some black, some aluminum. Gonna mix that together and get this pole. The black, of course, for the blackness of it. But the aluminum will give it just a little hint of shimmer. Everything's got a shimmer with me. It's got to have a little shine, a little sheen to it. So fixing to do that, and I'll be right back once that's done. And this ship is all this tape and plastic bag and stuff is taken off, so we can see what it looks like with a pretty much completed product. Be right back with that in a moment. All right, we're back. It's much later, early evening, almost night. It's almost night. Sun's going down. I'm bloody well tired. Got this thing most of today. So, but what we're looking at is a completed ship. Except for a couple of touch-up spots in a couple of areas I plan on doing, and maybe a little bit of grime and dirt to give the Enterprise E a little bit more worn. She's been used. Trying to get out of constantly having every model always be brand new out of the box, which usually was about my plan, but not anymore. Not anymore. I like to see things utilized. Been out there in space. It's the final frontier. There's no telling what you bumped into. So, but here we go. All the decals are on, and I thought I'd leave this out over here so that we can take a look at that. That's a stack of all of the paper where I've cut out the different decals. Now, the stack's not that big because a lot of the decals I cut out like 4 at a time. In the case of a number of these escape hatches, yeah, they were coming out about 4 at a time, and I was knocking them off 4 at a time. Between 2 and 4 at a time, not all the time. So another difference we've got going on here on top of just all the decals put in is the impulse engines now have been painted. No, those are decals. A creation. With their setup, all of the glow areas, the main glow areas, the navigation deflector, the impulse engines, the Bassard collectors, and the warp grills all have decal coverings that can go over them. Now, this was a blue piece of plastic right here, and I didn't have to paint any of that. I didn't have to paint any of that at all. The Bassard collectors were already painted red from the previous time that I built this model. Matter of fact, the first time I had ever put it together, because it wasn't lit then, I just put it together because I wanted to see what it looked like once it was done. And it was gray too. It was interesting. Those were already painted red, so I didn't have to touch those. The impulse engines, originally, I was going to keep clear, and I hear music. Oh, music. Let's see what we've got going on up around here. Gran Turismo 6. So, I'm going to turn that down some. I don't want that to be that loud in the background of my video. Why I didn't think about that before, I don't know, but I'm not going to cut it out because I like things raw! Except for food. Most of it. Anyway, back to this. The impulse engines were clear originally, and it just looked a little almost hollow while it was off. So I grabbed the decals from the previously used A Creation set, and I put them in there. It even gives you those 2 dark lines on the other side, so you can see them there. It's pretty cool. So this has been fun, but decaling the entire ship can literally happen in one day. Before I started today, the only decals that were on this model were the top registry and the name, and the strongback decals on the top. That was all. Superstructure. Stop saying strongback. That's the superstructure. Yeah. Okay. Those were the only ones that were on this model. Other than that, there were no other decals. These transporter and enhanced pads right here were on there as well. So everything that has been done to it, we saw the bottom earlier. Let's get up underneath there and check it out. Get some clarity. Try to anyway. It may already be clear. I'm not bending down there to take a look at that. But there she is, man. Man, she's pretty. She is pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. So, what we get to do now, because it is plugged in, hit the switch. That base lights up. Base is cool. Of course, not as bright as it is on camera. Something about digital cameras just do not like lights very well. As you can see, everything is coming on, piping down. Bussard twinkling away. Now we'll be going forth. I'll be on the next build using, they have flickering LEDs now. So you get a flicker effect instead of a full blink. So a few of those put together, I'm going to take a look at it and see what it looks like. And if it gives me the effect that I'm looking for without having to go on a circuit board for that, then I'm going to utilize it. Because you could cut down your cost with utilizing the flickering LEDs, which do not cost very much, versus using a whole nother board just to obtain the whole lava-like, flow effect, moving effect inside of the Bazaar collectors on an Enterprise E model kit. It won't be as smooth, but you still have the same effect, and you saved yourself a bit of money. Although I can purchase a number of things now, I still am going to try to shy away from more expensive options and go for cheaper options, so I can still keep things within a budget, modeling on a budget. That's what I started with, and try to get back into that. It's how I kind of keep things a little unique. I'm going to break in a shot here in the midst of all this modeling mayhem, just to show you guys just what a beautiful place this bit right here is. And this is just the top of the river. You've got that water spilling over that dam right there. Well, that's lower dam here at the lake. And right above from that is D-Gray, a lower portion of it. So very beautiful here. And started showing you guys, not just inside of my studio. We see that all the time. Let's see where I live. This is where I live. I'm here all the time. Catch some inspiration from here, and it's really, really cool. It's really, really nice. That's why I'm down here now. Let's get a little bit relaxed. I didn't sleep well last night because baby was up kicking my butt left and right with his happiness. So that's what we had. But I catch a lot of my inspiration from here, and it's very, very pleasant. It's a very, very pleasant place to be, and I enjoy it very much. And they do well too to keep it beautiful also. So get some relaxation, stressful days at work, and I keep going on the models. So let's kick back to the one I'm talking about now. What I am going to do now is head over and turn the lights out. Let's see it in total darkness. There we go. Well, okay, it's not complete darkness. Forgot my bedroom light is on. But you know what? That's okay. It's usually in space there's a little bit of ambient lighting from somewhere. It's a little bit of a glow, at least on screen anyway. And if you remember my Nemesis build, I kind of said the exact same thing. Now, the only thing I don't like is that this camera has completely changed the color of the blues once the lights went out. Let me see. See? Now it's blue. The color that was still not as deep as what it is. That base is glowing a cobalt blue, as are the nacelles. They're about the same color, actually. Blue light shining through blue film. But you turn the light out, and on here, that's just disturbing to me. But anyway, we will keep going. We will keep going. Matter of fact, I'm fixing to go turn this light off. I'm finna go turn this light off. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's going away in the background. Oh my goodness. Now, that's off, and that light will not be shining into here and onto this magnificent model. Another Enterprise E in the bag, guys. Another Enterprise E in the bag. And same as before, I did sell that Nemesis Enterprise E. We'll be putting this up for sale as well. Once everything is completely finished, I'll be grabbing me a couple of nice still shots and sending them over to a couple of websites with some information and showing that she is for sale. Okay, that turquoisey greenish is killing me now. I need my blue back. Blue is my favorite color. I can't even get the navigational deflector down there. And the blue that it is, oh, it slipped out of my hand. Look at that, guys. I love it. Oh, those decals on this thing now. Big 148 scale Hercules in the background. She's going to be getting worked on quite heavily. That's why I focused today on getting these decals on this model, so it wasn't just sitting there. The only thing that's left to do now is give it a nice little clear coat on everything, and then I will go through and clean up paint work, and then another little thin layer of clear coat on top of that. The upcoming clear coats are just to protect it from myself and my rough handling. I know how I am. I'm heavy-handed. I realize that. So I take these steps. It's not going to hurt it. Not proper steps. We're building models. We're not building computers, and computers have to be built a certain way when you're putting it together. You can't leave off a step or go through, you can't add certain things or take away certain things from a computer build. It has to be done just so, or else it's not going to work properly the way you want it to. If I want to have gaming effects on the computer, I better have gaming graphics, some good memory, a processor to handle it all. I can't go back and have 256 megabytes of memory with Intel Pentium 4 inside of there and onboard graphics on an old motherboard. No, need to have an upwards money buy Asus. I need to have GTX at the least. Right about now, 1080 is almost about what you want if you want anything late that's coming out. And at least about 32 gigs worth of RAM. We'll go from there. But anyway, this is the Enterprise. And this is me. Fixing to go ahead, clear coat this real quick. Probably out back. And then, no, I'm not going to do this out back. I'm going to do this up in the attic. I'm not going outside. Make sure I cover up the base though, because that is nice and clear. I want to keep that like that. But we're going to go ahead and clear coat that up. And then I've got a couple of little pits inside of my stand that I have to fill in with some putty. So I'm going to do that following the clear coat. And then I have to wait for that to dry, so it'll probably be tomorrow before I can paint my stand. But hopefully that'll be in the morning. And after that, this beast is about done. A little touch-up paint here and there, and give it just a little bit of weathering in some spots. And kind of hide a couple of mistakes that I did. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it. So the other reason is, like I said, I'm going to show the Enterprise haven't been used. She gets used. She's used all the time. The moment they put themselves in her, she started to get used. Started going through space, can't stay pristine all the time. So, gonna get dirty. She's gonna be a dirty girl. Anyway, back to the Enterprise. I will continue to finish up on this and continue working on other things. Of course, we've got the Hercules and we've got the kit bash. The kit bash is nearly completed. Have brought it down because with this mat and a roll of tape, there's going to be a little light paneling done on that model, and then it's going to get its decals, which I do have, and then it's finished. And then, you know, on a base, any touch up I need to do, and then that's it. It's done. I have 2 projects done. Been waiting a long time for these. I know, way too long, way too long. So, but nice to see that this is getting there. Those of you out there building models, keep building. I will talk to y'all later.